Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. Upper left hand corner we got Meyara starting as the orange Zerg. Upper right hand corner we got Keen starting as the yellow Zerg. This time, I think I updated the map properly. We're on Knockout. Very unusual choice here from Keen. We haven't seen a lot of games on Knockout. I don't know how it's going to play out ZVZ. I don't know if it's really notable. You do have the Gutter to work with, which can make scouting a little bit interesting, or Zergling engagements right along that line kind of odd. If you're holding the high ground, they're trying to get... I actually wonder what that does to Zerg, because it definitely affects ranged units, but I wonder what it does to Zerglings melee. Also, if you can draw them to this bridge line, you can see where a smaller grouping of Zerglings can hold off a much larger grouping of Zerglings along that edge. But with a horizontal spawn, by the way, Keen getting first scout, making top left, you can see where most of the action is going to happen across this area, and there's just a lot of pathways the Zerglings can go to disappear into the fog of war, to potentially sneak around. That being said, it is a straight shot. Last match, Meyara went for the in-base 12th hatchery, which I almost feel like is a slept-on build. It's more often something you'll see in 2v2. As a note, but Overlord first build this time for Meyara and Keen again. The one thing is 12 hatch just as far as flat, and we are seeing it looks like a 12 pool, or sorry, a 9 overpool here for Keen. I will say 12 hatch versus overpool is an economic lead for sure for whichever Zerg's going for the hatchery first. There's an old saying, well, I don't think this is true these days, but there was the old, we are seeing this time natural expansion hatchery grab from Meyara. That was I think that was an 11 hatch, might have been a 12 hatch, is going to get scattered. There's an old saying that whoever ends up pooling last wins, but I think that's more the truth of it is whoever ends up pooling last ends up with the economic lead. And then the game plays from there. Keen going to go ahead and grab his natural, but he did invest in a very fast extractor here, which leads me to believe, so there's two ways of doing this. Either you go for very quick tech to hatchery, or tech to lair, I should say, or you invest very rapidly in Zergling speed and go for overwhelming amounts of Zerglings as far as a follow-up. Spawning pool will come out somewhat later, obviously. Want to see whether it's going to be Zergling speed first or whether it's going to be lair first. Looks like it is going to be lair first here from Keen. One advantage of going over pool or 9 pool or getting that gas much more rapidly, getting that spawning pool rapidly, is you are at least able to get the air advantage. So now it's going to be up to Meyara with the 2 hatcheries and lack of information to make the call. Is he going to... Looks like he's already built a good grouping of Zerglings. We've already got a pile of Zerglings hanging out at the natural. Keen also investing in Zergling speed after the fact, by the way. So keep in mind it's about 100 gas that could have been a Mutalisk in the space of this. A creep colony dropped already from Meyara, ending up a drone behind as a result, but recognizing, okay, potentially, I know I'm going to be behind on lair tech, so let's just drop the creep colony so we don't get swarmed this direction and we have a defensive advantage. Kind of interesting play from him, honestly. I would have expected, if you were going to see something earlier in this aspect, I wasn't expecting it to be a sunken colony. It's kind of rare to see a sunken colony off 2 hatchery. Maybe just wanted to make sure that he would be able to play aggressively. Gutter line here. Meyara, after dropping that, droning fairly heavily for a ZVZ in the space of this. The Overlord spotting all of it. This is kind of an interesting play here from Meyara. So he drops the sunken and just starts piling on drones at the natural, where he's just kind of like daring Keen to come at him. It's like, you see how heavily I'm droning in the midst of this? Keen stepping forward a little bit. Overlord, by the way, from Meyara on adjustment, able to see the timing of that spire. He knows he's going to be behind, but I will say if Keen doesn't do a lot of damage with his initial Mutalisks in kind of that short timing window he's got, Meyara is going to be able to pile drive ahead because he's already at 21 workers. Holy cow. And is saturating this natural heavily. Second gas going to come up much, much earlier. Keen adding a few additional Zerglings. Spire will complete. Did he leave enough larvae? Does he leave 4 larvae? That's the next question. Doesn't look like he's leaving larva. That's unfortunate. So Spire is completing. He's still building Zerglings. And it looks like he's going to try to get it done just Zergling on Zergling. Let's see if the drones are able to equalize this. They're coming off the lines to go for a fight. Those Zerglings are wiped out. The Sunken Colony is going to be cleared. And it looks like Keen going to be able to get it done with Zerglings alone. Mutalisks being constructed here. No defenses in the main. Drones trying to flee. This is too many Zerglings to defend for the drone lines, and the drones just getting absolutely obliterated. GG for Meyara. Very odd play from Meyara, honestly. But well played from Keen, recognizing that who's going to be able to overwhelm this and just clear it out before the Mutalist timing. We're going to go on to the game 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.